What, I moved from Texas to here.
So you went from California to Texas, then to here.
Yeah. And you remember how hard I was fighting to stay in Texas. Remember what you had to walk me through those list of issues?
Adam is in love with Addison. Adam used to live in this community called Addison, and he was
BB&M.
Yeah, he was Jason Yard House.
Yeah,
he knows Jason from Yard House, but
born and raised in Miami, I did not want to come back.
This is a very good question, though, because this argument of Texas to here is a different story.
Yeah.
So to me, Texas on a golf score is probably the best place to live on a golf score. Raising kids, career, job, travel, airport, taxes, regulation, balance, left alone, mixture. You got every nationality, cost of living. In every way. And I would specifically put Dallas at the top, and I would probably put, Dallas, Houston, Austin, pick and choose. Okay, San Antonio. Barkley's not a fan of San Antonio for different reasons, but we're not going to get into that.
Barkley, the basketball player?
He's not a fan of San Antonio.
San Antonio women are pretty.
Yeah, he's
Charles
a big
Barkley's
fan.
just crazy.
So, but you got all these markets that you're looking at. So for us, it got to a point where we kept coming to Florida for Breakers Hotel, which I love. Breakers Hotel. I don't know if you've stayed there before or not. It's beautiful.
I spent all day yesterday at Palm Beach. Beautiful.
I love Breakers. I love Palm Beach. And then we started one day, accidentally, we're sitting outside. I'm having a cigar, and it's like midnight. Jen and I are having a glass of wine right outside of Breakers. And I said, babe, this reminds me of Bandar Pahlavi in Iran when my grandparents had a place there, and it was by the water. It was humid. It was bipolar weather. 1 minute is raining, next minute it's... So emotionally, I got connected. I love the water. I'm a water guy. And lifestyle-wise, I love the lifestyle here. And I said for 20 years, I've been going 80 hours a week. I want to still go 80 hours a week, but I want to do 80 hours a week by the water.
Yeah.
And so we kept everything there, and we moved the media company here because I felt it'd be a lot easier recruiting talent from New York or D.C. or Baltimore to South Florida than it would be to recruit people to Dallas. I don't think we can build a media company out of Dallas based on the people that we wanted to recruit. So that's how the decision-making process was.
It's very instructive, the decision-making that you've been going through, because I just came back from Austin, where I gave 2 talks at UT Austin, and they might be interested in extending an offer. And then I met the people from University of Austin. I don't know have you guys heard of that new university?
Barry Weiss's university.
I don't know if that's the right name, but yes, she's involved with it. So it's a new university that's trying to sort of position itself as a classical liberal school, anti-woke, critical thinking. And so I met the president of that university. And so my wife and I are exactly facing that decision. If we decide to eventually leave Montreal, is Texas better or is Florida? But I guess your final consulting advice would be come to Florida.
Well, here's the other part with Florida versus Texas. The left has really targeted Texas the last 20 years.
Yeah.
They've moved people to Texas to convert Texas, and they're winning.
Turn it from red to purple to blue.
To blue. You got it, right? Right now, Texas is probably... It used to be Florida being a purple state. Right now, it's probably more Texas being a purple state.
Right.
Okay, if it isn't already there, it's on its way to being there. Florida just flipped red. They got 2 more on the right, so now it's more of a red state than a purple state. Adam doesn't like that, but it is now a red state. Florida. The governor is young, so if your run rate is, you assume this guy's going to run. Some say he's going to run. I don't think he's going to run against Trump. I don't think it's a good idea, but let's just say he runs. If he runs, would one of his guys replace and take Florida as the governor? Who knows? If he stays for 6 years and he's done a good job, the state's probably going to want another guy like him to run. So say that protects you for another 10 years.
Right.
So the next time a leftist type of a person takes office to be a governor is probably going to be 10 years from now, which is 2032. Between now and 2032, you have enough run rate to do whatever you want to do and build up for yourself. So I think and I think Austin, I don't know if you've been to Austin with the homelessness.
Yeah, I've been.
It's not a good situation when it comes down to the homelessness. And Austin's probably also the most wokest city in all of Texas. Yeah. I know a lot of people love Austin. I know Musk is there. I know a lot of people are there. But I think Austin's going to be the stepping stone to end up in Florida. I think it's like a pit stop for a lot of people. I think it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And the next thing you know, people are going to say, well, I think I'm moving to Florida.
So you don't regret your decision?
Let me tell you why else. Because what is a very big influence in where you live is a community that gravitates to a place. Like Armenians moved to Glendale, California.
Right.
Okay? So guess where we moved to? Glendale, California. Assyrians are in Torlac. If you live in Torlac Modesto, you know a lot of Assyrians. If you're in Detroit, there's a lot of Assyrians. You can say where the Irish moved to. You can say where Italians live, New York, certain parts, where Dominicans live, where Mexicans live, Salvadorians live, Puerto Ricans live. I look at the youngest movement that's taken place that are, for the most part, independent thinkers that think for themselves and they can reason. That's the crypto community. The crypto community are filled with, they think for themselves, okay? This doesn't mean they're left or right, but they will think for themselves.
Right.
They don't like control. They don't like authority. They don't like people telling them what to do. They want to be left alone. They don't like centralized. They want decentralized. That's the mindset of somebody that can think for themselves.
Right.
The crypto capital of the world is becoming Miami. If the crypto capital of the world is becoming Miami, those types of thinkers are moving to Miami,
Right.
okay? So then if you think about you wanting to move to South Florida, then you have to go based on age. The younger you are, the more south you are. If you want to be around people that are older, the more north you are. So if you're in your 70s and 80s, move to Vero Beach. If you're in your 40s, Fort Lauderdale's good. If you're in your 40s acting like you're in your 20s, you may want to live in Miami.
Hey, I don't know anybody like that, guys. I don't know, guys.
So that's the processing when it comes down to Florida.
Well, thank you for that.
And your
breakdown.
tan, which is on point right
You like
now, I
that,
may add. You're going to like that a lot better here in
Yeah,
South Florida than in Canada.
My wife looked at me. She goes, "How the hell do you get so dark so quickly?" Literally, we're just walking around.
You're like a Middle Eastern. Hello, what are you talking about?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
You have the same problem you have.
But if you talk to Nikki Fried, Nikki Fried would say a lot of people in Florida are not happy with Florida. Did you see what
I think
happened?
that's
Who's
just a
Nikki
talking
Fried?
point.
Nikki Fried
She's
is-
running for governor of Florida.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
On the
was
left.
she was kind enough to come and be on the podcast last Saturday. Not last Saturday. This Saturday or last Saturday?
Last
like
Saturday.
8 days
Saturday.
ago or something
Yeah.
like that. And then we had Jedediah Bila here, which Jedediah just launched her show, Jedediah Bila Live. She's now doing her show 3 times a week.
She's from Fox, right?
She's from Fox and she was on The View.
View.
Oh, right. Yes,
Now
yes.
she's here with us. She just moved here a couple
Nice.
months ago, and we're hosting her podcast. And she's crushing it. She's absolute. She's an absolute beast. You're going to see that the show blow up with what she's got going on. Her and Nikki had a exchange. If you've not seen it, you have to see it. By the way, did we put the exchange of them two on YouTube just to put Jedediah Bila versus Nikki Fried? Have we put that together or no?
There's a few from up
Okay,
there.
yeah, because I thought that exchange was so powerful, them going back and forth. So
By the way, Nikki Fried, some of her policy positions and her talking points, I didn't exactly agree with, but I got to give her a kudos for coming on, holding her own.
she's welcome here anytime. She wants to come back. She's welcome here anytime.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.